Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. And just so you guys know what happened, this is my third time recording this video because the first time that I did it, I didn't like it. The second time, the microphone was off. So third time's gonna be the chart. And today was not the best day, it was not the worst day, but it is what it is. We're gonna take it. Let me log in. And this right here is gonna be my watch list for Monday morning, so you guys can take it with me and you guys can print money out of thin air with me if you guys want to print money. On the day, we are negative $175, as you guys can see. Nothing bad, nothing good. We're gonna take it. On the morning, we were down negative $1,200 because everything was down. I was not in the negative, it's just that I was losing some percentages that I had. I have GH at 40%, Form at 15%, LUMN at 15%. And mind you, the S&P 500 is only gonna give you from 8 to 12% per year. That's 12 months, 8 to 12%. 8 to 12%, that's nothing. And just so you guys know that I know what I'm talking about, I have been investing in the S&P 500 for the past 3 years, and so far I have gained 17% on my cash, which is nothing. For the past 3 years, that's nothing. I made 15% in just one day trading trading some mid-cap stocks. Now let's go and get into the charts so you guys can see exactly what I'm going to be trading on Monday. Now what I'm going to be trading is going to be Form. Now, I already took this trade way back on October 28th. And as you guys can see, this has been a good trade. It has been a 1 to 20 risk to reward, which is fucking phenomenal. Now, the reason why I want to retake it is going to be, let me erase this, it's going to be the same thing. It goes back to the same concept, same strategy as always. Now, for the ones that are new, I'm going to go and tell you my strategy. First things first, you guys are going to have to trade with two separate charts. The first chart is going to be on your left, is going to be the daily time frame, and the chart on the right is going to be the 1 minute time frame. Now, why do we have two charts? The first chart is going to be so we can see our 8+ setups and we can see everything that happens on a day-to-day situation. On the 1 minute time frame, we're going to be trading our setups and we're going to be putting our stop losses and everything else in between. So that is pretty much it. And I'm telling you, my strategy is extremely simple. This is the same reason why I have been profitable, and I hope that you guys can make money as well. So let's get it going. So when I took this trade, let me just get this. So when I took this trade, I took it back again in November around this area. First things first, what I want to see is a stock that has been going up for a while, meaning that it has had bullish momentum in the past. This stock has been going up for a while. Now, second requirement is going to be the SMA's got to be stocked up, simple moving averages. Add it to your daily time frame. You're going to have the 10, 21, 15, 200. All of them got to be stocked up in order, in numerical order, so you guys can see that this is actually on a strong bullish momentum. Last thing is going to be that stocks don't typically just move in a straight line manner like this. They move in a pattern, in a staircase scenario, such as up, then down, up, then down. And what you want to do is you want to catch it when it's coming down. Now, just because it comes down and it touches the 10 doesn't mean that you got to enter. You're going to want to enter whenever you see volume, because volume is when we have investors and when we have buying pressures buying the fuck out of the stock. This little volume right here is not going to be just a kid with a $2,000 account on Robinhood just buying 2 to 3 shares. This is going to be investors. This is going to be bankers buying millions and millions out of the stock itself. So now that we have that out of the way, when I took this trade, I seen that we have been going up for a while, 30% to be exact. Now, what I was waiting is for it to come back down to the 10. And mind you, all of the SMAs got to be stocked up in order. Now that we have that in place, we want to see a small retracement to the 10 SMA. Now, this right here, we touched the 10 SMA, but it was invalid due to the fact that we didn't have a lot of confirmation, pretty much a lot of volume. The day that I took it, it was, and specifically this day, October 29th. The reason being is because we have a shit ton of volume, as you guys can see, and this volume is way more than the other days. Now, last thing, you guys do not gotta have the last confirmation, but if you guys have it, it's even better. That last confirmation gave me a lot of credibility and a lot of conviction for me to take this trade. It was that for the past week and a half, we have been rejected 44.21 like crazy. And the day that we broke it with a shit ton of volume. That's how I knew, okay, it's time for us to enter. And I think I entered around here, and our stop was roughly around the low of day. So our stop is always going to be at the low of day. Always, always, always. Whenever we enter low of day is going to be our stop loss. So that right there is going to be our stop loss. Our take profits is going to be 20% 30%, 40, and 50%. And then from there, we just let it ride. Whenever we hit 20% of profits, we go out and we take 30% of our whole position out. Whenever we hit 30%, we're gonna do the same thing, 40, 50. It goes out in intervals of 10%. So far, we have managed to get a 1 to 10, 12, 13 risk to reward, which is crazy. The reason why I want to talk about this specific trade and this specific stock is because we are forming up again my A plus setup. Let me remove, oh, actually, let me just remove this so you guys can see it. So we have made a huge move. Oh, where the fuck do I have? We have made a huge move up. And as of right now, we are retracing back to the 10 SMA. The 10, 21, 15, 200 all stuck up in a bullish momentum, and that's exactly what we want. They're stuck up in numerical order. Now that we have that out of the way, let me delete this. Third requirement is going to be volume. So now, not the best volume, but not gonna lie, is actually good enough. So the volume right here is actually a little bit greater than the selling pressure that we had the day prior. Plus, we're touching the 10, and this is actually a hammer candle. On Monday morning, this is exactly what I'm gonna do. Oh, are we on the same one? No, we're not. I'm gonna give you my stack strategy, what we're gonna do on the 1 minute time frame so you guys can replicate it. Right here. So on Monday morning, and you guys can see exactly how this works. On Monday morning, what we're gonna do is we're gonna wait for the 1 minute candle for it to close. And as soon as we have a candle that closes above it, we're gonna go and enter a trade, put in the stop loss all the way at the low of day. In this case, gonna be at 44.15. And as you guys can see, whenever we have an A plus setup, we never come back down to touch our stop loss, like ever. It just shoots up, as you guys can see. And with this stock, we were able to make 40% in just 1 day, 2 days, which is nuts. Mind you, the stock market can only give you 8 to 12% in 12 months, which that's not what we want. So on Monday morning, put it on your watch list, FORM. We're gonna go and take it after the 1 minute time frame. If we're still bullish, we're gonna take it if we break the 1 minute time frame high. And our stop loss is gonna be at the low of day. That is pretty much it. Second stock that we're gonna be looking at is gonna be on Mellow. My bad, my cat is just playing in the back, and we have my Bengal cat here, which he doesn't like my new cat for some reason. What do you want, fat boy? Look at you, you fat boy. Alright. Do you want to tell him? Do you want to tell him what's gonna be the next stock that we're gonna pick? Go. He's locked into my other cat. Well, go fat boy. Okay, now that we have that out of the way, the next stock that we're gonna be looking at and we're gonna be taking on Monday morning is gonna be LUMN. Can this shit fucking work? There you go. Same requirement. And just so you guys can see when I took this trade, when was it? Oh no, it wasn't that day. I know exactly when I took it. I'm just trying to see if we have the drawing. If we don't have it, it's fine. I can redraw it. So when I took this trade, it was exactly right here. And it's the same strategy. Nothing changes. Once again, my strategy is so simple due to the fact that I do not want to confuse myself. A lot of people have many different indicators, many different signals for them to tell them buy, sell, have a bunch of different indicators. They have the RSI, MACD. They look at every single time frame, the 10, 21, the 5 minute, 2 minute, 1 minute, 1 hour, 5 hour, daily time frame, weekly time frame. At that point, they don't even know what to do, and that's why they end up blowing their accounts. Now, if you are smart, you're gonna copy my trades, and you're not gonna blow your account. Now, what we're gonna be doing on this trade itself, first of all, when I took it, it was right here on October 23rd. Now, why did I take it? First of all, the stock was going on an uptrend. That's a good sign. That's our first requirement. Second requirement, SMAs were all stuck up. The 10, 21, 15, 200. Second requirement. Last requirement is going to be that we need a small retracement back. We had a retracement back right here on October 14, but not a lot of volume, to be quite honest. However, when we retracted back on October 22, that could have been the perfect day, but still, I do not like that volume, but still really good. When I took it was the following day. The volume actually surged, and you guys are not going to tell me that that's not really good volume. It's as clear as day that that volume is way better than the past week we can have. And besides that, just look at the breakup structure. We had a breakup structure at $7.38, and we broke it with a shit ton of volume. And I put my stop loss all the way at the low of day, and we never came back down to touch it. And this right here is a 1 to 20, 30 risk to reward, which is nuts. A bunch of influencers cannot even get this. Cannot even get this RR. As you guys can see, this right here is phenomenal. That's out of the way. Now we are setting up once again, and I'm gonna take it on Monday. And I hope that you guys are paying attention because this right here is crazy. Boom, boom, boom. So we have made. Why the fuck do I have a mark? We have made our move to the upside, as you guys can see. Now EMAs are all stuck up in numerical order. We got the 10, 21, 15, 200. We are coming back down to the 10, and just because it touches the 10, that doesn't mean that we're gonna enter, right? We need a shit ton of volume. By the way, I took a second entry on this day. I took it really, really low. So on this one, I'm fucking printing because I took 2 entries early on. So I'm printing. This is gonna be my 3rd entry. So I hope that you guys are listening. So we're gonna take our second entry right here. 3rd entry right here, my bad. And the reason being is because now that we have touched the 10 SMA, we actually see some volume, way more volume than yesterday. And yesterday was somewhat of a undecisive day. And today we have somewhat of a hammer candle. And this is just some opportunity. Like the opportunity here is crazy. So if you guys are smart, once again, we're gonna do the same thing that we did with the other ones. We're gonna wait for the 1 minute time frame to close. And as soon as we take the 1 minute high, we're gonna take it. We're gonna go long, and we're gonna put our stop loss at the low of day. This right here is just a bad example, but just so you guys know, let's say that this is the 1 minute. We break above the 1 minute, put the stop loss under the 1 minute, and let's just let it ride. That is pretty much it. So LUMN is gonna be on our watch list. We're gonna go actually and see one of my best winners that I had today, which is SPHR. Let's see. Oh, just look at this phenomenal trade that I took. We still have not taken profits. So far, we are up $500. We are going to take profits once we're up 20%, and that 20% is going to be at 2.2K. So yeah, so far we are, let's see, when are we going to be taking profits on this? So we're going to be taking profits around $84.50. So we still got a good long way to go. And so far we are at a 1-to-1 risk to reward. And same thing applies. Nothing, my cat just here. Nothing changes. Let me erase everything and I can show you how I took this trade. So this has been on my watch list for the past 1 to 2 months. And every time I miss those trades, because I'm focused on something else, but this time I was actually able to take it. By the way, it's about to be 9 p.m. and I'm drinking Celsius. I think I'm kind of crazy, to be honest. So we have made a huge move up to the upside. In this case, it was a good 17%, which is not bad. Now, last thing that we're going to see is going to be that we retrace back to the 10 SMA. And now, just because we touched the 10 doesn't mean that we're going to take it once again, such as this day. If you would have taken it this day, we have not a good volume, but you would have gotten stopped out just for the trade to go on your way, which is not what we want. So once again, first requirement, go up. First requirement, we want some bullish momentum. We want the SMA stuck up in numerical order. We want the 10, 21, 15, 200. That means bullish momentum. Last thing is whenever we come back down to the 10, we want to see some volume. This day right here is when I actually seen a shit ton of volume. You guys cannot tell me that you guys do not see the volume. That's greater than the past month. Now, last thing that I seen, and it's something that you guys do not gotta have it, but if you guys have it, it's even better. We have been rejecting this zone of 69.93 for the past week to week and a half, and we broke it this day with volume. And of course, once we enter, we're gonna put our stop at the low of day. In this case, our stop's gonna be right here. Let me just put this as in red. And let me put the other one. There you go. So far, we are at a 1-to-1, kind of like a 1-to-1. As you guys can see that today we just flew a good. I think this has to be a good 10%. Has to. Good, 8%, not bad. But still, that is nuts. So this is a good trade that I took. And to be quite honest, I'm probably gonna let this ride. And I have like $7,000 in this trade. Now, next thing's gonna be GH. Do we have GH? GH is another trade that I took. Same thing, as you guys can see, this is a 1 to 10, and so far we're still going up, which is nuts. So let me erase all of this. Clear. In GH, what I've noticed is that we made a huge move up to the upside. Let me just get rid of that. I don't know what the fuck that was on. We made a huge move to the upside. And after that, EMAs, my bad. I don't know why I keep saying EMAs. SMAs are all stuck up. Simple moving averages, we got the 10, 21, 15, 200. That means that we are on a bullish uptrend. And that's exactly what we want. We want this stuck up in numerical order. If we do not have it in this way, do not even think of entering. Last thing, it was that as soon as we came back down to the 10, we seen a shit ton of volume. So it was, I entered this day. As you guys can see, the volume is way greater than the other days. Now, last thing is gonna be the breakup structure. Sometimes you're never gonna see the breakup structure. In this cases, we are seeing the breakup structure left and right. But trust me, if you guys do not have the breakup structure, it is what it is. You guys can still go and run with it. And now that we have the breakup structure, I enter exactly on this day. It was a little bit late when I enter, so we're gonna put the stop all the way at the low of the day, as always. And after that, we ran a good 50% in just 3 days, which is fucking nuts. Yeah, that is pretty much it. So I was hoping for GH to actually come back down to the 10 and for us to take another trade, but since we didn't, it is what it is. We're just waiting for it to actually form the same strategy once again. But as of right now, we actually shut up today a good 5%, not bad. Now, let's go and talk about my losers, because we actually do have some losers today. AM, KR. So, am I dumb? Okay, AMKR. This motherfucker, we took a loss today. Because that's the thing. My strategy is only 30% profitable. Per 10 trades, 3 of them are going to be profitable and seven of them are going to be losers. Now, those 3 of them that are going to be profitable, I'm going to be making from $1,500 plus. And the losers are going to be exactly $200 losers, which you guys can pretty much see that this strategy is crazy good. I'm sorry, guys. My other cat, so this is my new cat, and my first cat that I have, motherfucker's being aggressive with, his name is Simba, I don't know why, but look at this guy. No, Simba. Okay. No, Milo. Go down, Simba. And just so you guys can have an idea of what's going on, I have this huge tiger, this huge long-ass tiger. I don't know what he's doing. He's been aggressive with my little cat. No, Milo. Okay, you know what? Just leave. Now let's go and get into a MKR and why it took a loss and why this is setting up perfectly so you guys can take it on Monday. Let me delete all of this before anything. Now, before anything, when I took this trade, once again, we made a huge move up. Fuck, this shit keeps on happening, bro. This stock made a huge move up to the upside, as you guys can see. We got the 10, 21, 15, 200. And we actually came back down to the 10, as you guys can see. And this day was not the day that I took it because I missed it. The day that I took it was this day, and I took it roughly around here. So, my stop loss was at the low of day, which is at 33.87. That was my stop loss. And I'm not gonna lie, I actually made a good 8%. In reality, I always follow my rules. I cannot trim unless I get 20% plus. So in reality, this was a good trade. It was a 1, 2, 3 risk to reward, which is crazy. As soon as we open up on today, as you guys can see, we came back down. We broke my stop loss. We came all the way back down, and we actually seen a shit ton of volume towards the end of the day, and it's actually looking good. So on Monday, you guys can retake this trade. You guys could have taken it today as well. Put your stop at the low of day. Let's pretend that this right here was going to be your stop. And you take profits. At worst, let's say at worst, you're just aiming for the highest point, which is going to be 33.22. That's a 1 to 3, 1 to 4 risk to reward. So you guys can take this, or you guys can just let it run, because I'm telling you, stocks like this can easily just fly 50, 60, 70%. Now, once again, you guys are just going to wait for the 1 minute. You guys need to wait for the 1 minute candle to close. And as soon as we break the 1 minute high, we're going to put our stop all the way at the 1 minute low. And that is it. We take our position, and that is it. Let's look at another one that I think this one's setting up as well. Oh yeah, this one's setting up as well. So this one, I already made money from this one. Let me see, do I have my... No, I do not have it. But I took it way early on, around here. No, I wasn't there. It was, I think it was... Yeah, it was here. I took it this day, and I want you guys to just see. I want you to see. It's not bad. I think I took like a good 40% mover, and then once we close under the 10 SMA, that's when we say dunzo. We move forward, and that's it. We forget about the stock. In this case, I had this stock on my watch list. And as of right now, it's looking crazy good. Why? Because once again, we have made a huge move up to the upside, as you guys can see. Now we retrace back to the 10 SMA. Mind you, we actually closed under the 21. I'm a little bit skeptical. That's why I didn't take it today. But look at this volume. You guys cannot tell me that this volume is not looking good. And also tomorrow, not tomorrow, on Monday, if we actually open up above the 10 or we break above the 10, that's where I'm going to take it, with my low being at the low of day. And then actually just let it ride. That is pretty much the whole strategy. So you guys can pretty much re-replicate it. Other than that, LUMN, I think LUMN, or I think I already ran it. Yeah, I already ran it. GH. Other than that, guys, that is pretty much my setup. I want you guys to be profitable, so I'm giving you guys my strategy. And not if, but when you guys become profitable, I want you guys to tag me, whether that's on YouTube, Instagram, anything, even email. I really don't give a fuck. If you guys have any questions, please drop it in the comments down below. If you guys want to follow me on Instagram, see my daily lifestyle, see what I do on a daily basis with my other business, which is an Airbnb arbitrage business, please do so. Follow me on Instagram. Send me some questions, because I always reply to my DMs. I swear I got a lot of gurus and a lot of people, they don't even reply to other people on their DMs. I do every day. If you're gonna send me a message on Instagram, watch out on Monday. Trade with your stop loss and trade with a proper position. And other than that, let's get this money.